The knock on my office door was so soft, I almost didn't hear it. I thought it was an intern, maybe a client, too nervous to enter. I didn't expect the face that appeared when I finally looked up. She stood there. The woman who once yelled at me at 3:50 a.m., "Stop acting like I owe you explanations. I don't report to you." That night, something inside me had just snapped, quietly, fatally. I packed my documents while she showered, closed my closet, took the 4 a.m. bus out of the city, and never looked back, for years of silence. And now she was here. Before I could react, small footsteps echoed across the floor. My daughter ran in bright, giggling, full of life straight into my arms. She hugged me so tightly it felt like she'd never let go. I lifted her easily, her little hands gripping my shirt like I was the whole world. My ex-wife froze. Her face drained of color. Her eyes widened with a shock, so real it almost looked like pain. "You have a child," she whispered. My daughter looked at her with the blunt innocence only kids have. "Daddy, who is that lady?" The ex-wife flinched hard like the question sliced something open inside her. "I looked for you," she said suddenly. "For years. I tried to find you. I tried to fix things." I tightened my hold on my daughter. "What do you want?" Her voice cracked. "A second chance. With you." The office was warm, bright, almost peaceful. The sunlight made everything too real, too exposed. I remembered that last night, the defensiveness, the yelling, the refusal to answer a simple question. I remembered the clean silence afterward when I closed the door behind me, the kind that told me leaving was the only right thing I'd done. Before I could reply, my phone rang. The screen lit up with one word, "Hospital." My heart flipped. "Hello." I answered. The nurse sounded urgent. "Mr. Reyes, we need you to come in immediately. It's about your daughter's tests." My daughter tugged at my shirt. "Daddy, my tummy hurts again." My ex-wife stepped forward. "What tests? Is something wrong?" I didn't answer her. "Get your bag," I told my daughter softly. We rushed to the car. Sunlight glared through the windshield as I strapped her in. She looked pale, too tired for a child her age. She whispered, "Daddy, don't let me close my eyes yet." "You won't," I said. My hands were shaking. In the rearview mirror, I saw my ex-wife running toward the car, calling my name. I drove off before she reached us. At the hospital, everything moved fast. Nurses took her immediately. The doctor walked in carrying a thin file that felt heavier than any truth I'd ever heard. "Mr. Reyes, we found abnormal cells in her blood. We suspect leukemia." The world didn't spin, it just stopped. My ex-wife burst through the doors seconds later, breathless, panicked. "Is she okay?" "Please tell me you shouldn't be here," I said. "I know," she whispered, voice cracking. "But let me stay. Don't punish her because of me." Hours crawled. My daughter underwent scans. I held my breath every minute. When the doctor returned at 2:14 a.m., his expression confirmed what I feared. "It's leukemia. We caught it early, but the treatment will be intense." They let me see her. She was lying in a bright hospital room, small and fragile under the white lights. Fingers curled round the edge of her blanket. I sat beside her, holding her little hand. "Daddy, will I get better?" She whispered. "Yes," I told her. I had to believe it. My ex-wife stood far in the corner, her eyes swollen from crying. She didn't try to touch either of us. She didn't dare. Days passed. Treatment began. She lost her appetite, her energy, then her hair, but not her smile. Every day she whispered, "Daddy, I'm being brave. For you." My ex-wife brought snacks I didn't eat, books I didn't touch, and guilt she couldn't hide. She watched the child who wasn't hers but who could have been fight a battle she had no part in preparing for the first time in years. She stayed quiet. One night, my daughter reached for her and said, "You can stay if you want." "Daddy, is it okay?" My throat tightened. "She can stay," I said. Something in the ex-wife's face broke quietly, painfully. Weeks turned to months. Some days my daughter played with crayons. Some days she couldn't lift her head. Then came the night she didn't wake up on time. Her breathing was shallow, her skin too pale, her fingers cold. The alarms began. Doctors rushed. Nurses shouted. Machines beeped. I held her hand and kept whispering, "Daddy's here. Daddy's here." My ex-wife collapsed on the floor, sobbing, praying, begging out loud for a miracle. But sometimes, miracles choose someone else. The steady beeping turned into one long, endless, heartbreaking tone. I don't remember falling. I don't remember screaming. I don't remember breathing. I only remember her tiny hand, going limp in mine. My ex-wife crawled forward, clutching the foot of the bed, crying so hard her body shook. "I'm sorry," she sobbed. "I'm so sorry. I should have been better. I should have been there. I didn't look at her. Because grief is selfish. It takes all the air in the room and leaves nothing for anyone else." Hours passed before they took my daughter away. The morning sun lit the hospital room too brightly, too warm, too alive for a place so full of death. My ex-wife sat in the chair beside me, face blank, voice gone. Neither of us spoke, because what was there left to say? Her regrets couldn't bring back my child. Her tears couldn't undo the night she pushed me away. Her apologies couldn't rewind for years of silence. She finally whispered, broken and tiny, "Do you hate me?" I stared at the empty bed, the leftover toys, the abandoned blanket. "I don't hate you," I said quietly. "Hate requires a heart that isn't shattered." She cried harder. I stood up, grabbed my coat, and walked toward the door. "Where will you go?" she asked. "Anywhere she isn't suffering," I replied. She tried to stand, reaching out to me. "Please, don't leave me again." I gave her the same words I gave the night she drove me away forever. Got it. And then I walked out, leaving her in the bright, merciless daylight with the memories of a child who never belonged to her, and the silence she created but could never take back.